Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to online class. In my previous video, we shall discuss about some important concept of a chapter dissolution of partnership form. In my last video, we shall discuss about the introduction of dissolution of partnership form, and also we have to discuss about the major topic, that is difference between dissolution of partnership form. So both the terms are similar, but why we have to analyze deeply, it is difficult, it is different. So we have to discuss that in the next last class itself. So we have to discuss majorly 7 points on which basis we have to get the difference means. So on the basis of terms of business, there is a some difference. On the basis of assets and liabilities matter, then also we have to find out the difference. On the basis of court intervention, then also we have to know about, we have to get the difference. And also we have to know the business relationship and the closure of books of accounts, and also maintenance of books of accounts, scope of dissolution, and finally we have to know the preparation of accounts. That is, these are the few differences. On this basis we have to find out the difference between the dissolution of partnership and dissolution of partnership form. This is the last concept. But in this concept, we have to know, we have to discuss about the circumstances leads to dissolution of a firm, or they will call one more type. So this is belongs to 2 marks question. So modes of dissolution, this is nothing but situations of dissolution. So the term dissolution is nothing but closing, winding up of the business. So here we have to discuss modes of dissolution or the methods of dissolution. So why the company is going to be closed, on which basis we are going to be closed. So here we have to majorly find out the 5 modes. According to that, if any mode will be arises in the business activities, means it is a possible, it is a chance, there is a chance we have to close the business. So here also some modes will be there. A partnership firm is dissolved. So here a partnership firm dissolved the following 5 circumstances. Following 5 circumstances. So if a partnership firm, they want to close, they want to wind up, so during that time the business has to face these 5 uncertainties, 5 conditions. Out of that 5 conditions, any conditions will be applied, the company is going to be wind up. So the first one is a dissolution by agreement. First condition is dissolution by agreement. Dissolution by agreement. So here the name itself indicates that dissolution by agreement. So what is meant by agreement? So agreement is nothing but it is a written document which is done by all the partners. So here agreements will have when this condition will be arises with. So point A, with the consent of all the partners. So and second situation is in the same agreement. So we have to face in accordance with contract between the partners. Between the partners. So this is the first condition, first circumstances with which a company is going to be wind up. That is nothing but dissolution by agreement. So if a company want to close based on the agreement basis, the company is going to be closed. How the agreement will be? We are making the agreement. Even though we are going to close the company, why we are going to close means with the consent of all partners. For example, A, B and C. These three persons will make an agreement. We have to run the partnership business for 3 years. For 3 years. After 3 years, each and every partner has become separate business entity, though they want to divide. So that is the agreement, that is the contract between all the partners. With the consent, with the intervention, with the clarification of all the partners, the company is going to be closed. So even though A, B, C, three persons also accepted the condition, so for that sake, the company is going to be closed with the consent of all partners, with the agreement, with the acceptance of all the partners, the company is going to be closed. In that, A is accepted, B and C is not accepted to wind up the company means there is a no chance. With all the partners has been agreed to close the company. A also agreed, B also agreed, and C. These three persons will be agreed to close the business means then the company has going to be closed or wind up or dissolved. This is the first condition. Second one is in accordance with contract between the partners. So here the concept they are given contract between the partners. So here A, B, C. These are the persons. A will give contract to B, B will give contract to C, and C has to contract with some other person. Here they have to mention a particular time duration for that purpose. So if the contract what they are making into the business, so A will be says that B, you have to work with my company for 5 years means, so till 5 years he has to work. And C will give the contract to B, will give the contract to C, and C will accept the contract from B. During that time, he also must and should do the business in the particular tenure. Once the tenure will be completed, automatically the business is going to be wind up. The contract will be completed. So whenever when these three persons has involved in any particular business, so for completion of that project, the business is going to be closed. But A has to start a separate business, B will start a separate business, and C will start a separate business. When the contract will be completed, when the project work will be completed, after completion of that work, the partners may be continued or may not be continued. They have to change from their attitude in that business. So this is also one of the first reason or circumstances or modes of dissolution of business. Second one is a compulsory dissolution. Second phase is a compulsory dissolution. Compulsory dissolution. This is the second mode of business dissolution of a business. A firm is dissolved compulsorily in the following cases. A firm is dissolved in the following cases. The firm is dissolved in the following cases. So compulsorily it will be facing some situation in that a business has going to compulsorily dissolve. They won't take any kind of they won't involve any kind of the confusions and all. Automatically the company is going to be closed. Here compulsory dissolution they are given. So here also some situations will be there. According to that situation, closed. So what is the situation means? Point number A, when all the partners. So here also three conditions will be there. Out of three conditions, any one condition will be applied means during that time also the company is going to be closed or dissolved or wind up. So the first point is when all the partners, when all the partners or all but one of them became insolvent. This is the first condition. Second condition is when the business of the firm becomes, when the business of the firm becomes illegal. Next, point number 3, the number of partners. Point number C, the number of partners exceeds 20 in case of ordinary business or 10 in case of banking business. Then in case of banking business. So this is the second situation, second case, second mode with which a business is going to be wind up. Which of that means a firm is dissolved in the following case. Out of this second situation, any one case will be arises into the business means during that time it is a compulsory the business is going to be closed. So here there is no option to run the business in future. Here itself we have to decide that we have to close the business without any kind of confusions, without any kind of clarification. So which are those means? The first one is when all partners are all but one of them became insolvent. So here the concept is insolvent. So it is the opposite word in the English language. Solvent, insolvent. Insolvent is nothing but the person they won't have capacity to repay the debts what they have taken from the outsiders. Solvent is nothing but the person have the capacity to pay the loan amount what is brought from the financial institution. So when the compulsory we have to close the business means when all the partners of the company or all but one of them became insolvent. So if any person or any business they have to took loan from various financial institutions during that time, if the company will have not a capacity to repay the loans to the particular company means during that time the company should not be run their business in a proper manner. During that time it is a compulsory we have to close the business. When means if all the partner will won't have the capacity to repay the loans, to repay the debt, during that time the company is going to be wind up. Or out of the three partners, any one partner will become insolvent by taking loan by using the name of this another partner. During that time it will create a wrong effect into the business. So the goodwill what they have to earn into the market that will goes on decreasing. So for that purpose the company is going to be wind up, the company is going to be closed. So this is compulsory. The situation will happen if the business will won't have the capacity to run the business, they won't have the finance, the company will become insolvent, the company will become a cheated company, during that time it is not possible to run the business. So here we have to close the business. That is the first situation in the case number 2. So second mode will having a first case. If the person will become insolvent, during that time we have to close the business compulsorily. Next, second point, when the business of the firm becomes illegal, whenever the society will knows that we are doing the illegal business, when the partners, other partners has know about that whether we are doing the illegal business, means during that time it is a compulsory we have to close the business. If the government of India and also the Companies Act will say that you can do the business, you will give the permission, you will give the license, but unfortunately you should not prepare any products, any goods or any business that will harm to the society, that will affect to the society. So we are taking a license for the sake of import and exports of just home goods, but we are doing so import and export of alcohol, drugs, like that we are doing this, that will become a illegal, unethical manner it will be considered. So if any business has doing illegal activities, the society or public comes to know about the business is a illegal business, means before making a suit against the company, the business itself decided that, the owners itself decided that, the partner itself decided that they have to close the company, they have to close the business without intervention of the third person. The owners of the company, whoever it may be, they only decide to close the company. This is the second situation. And third case, what they are going to given is the number of partners exceeds. Here the term exceeds is nothing but more than. So here more than 20 members in case of ordinary business. This concept you people have to study in your first PUC business studies itself. So formation of a company, how many members will be essential in case of a public company, in case of a other company, in case of the general business, in case of the banking business. So here also it will say that if the number of partners exceeds more than 20 members in case of which business? Ordinary business. Here the ordinary business is nothing but general business. If the business is going to be conducted, they are running the business, they are running the partnership business, in that business the number of partners more than 20 members will be present, means that business they are going to be closed, because if it is converted to more than 20 members, means it will be considered as a cooperative society, it will not be considered as a partnership company, partnership business. So in case of the general business, ordinary business, minimum is 2, maximum limit is 20 members. If the number of persons, members is more than 20 members, means it will become another source of business organization, so it will not be considered as a partnership business. So that case, in that case we have to wind up the company. It's a matter related to the general business. Suppose the partnership business they are going to run. So if they are doing in the banking activities of the business, means during that time minimum is 2, maximum is 10 members in case of banking business. So if the number of members is less than 10 members is there, means in case of the banking business, means no need to close the business. So the Companies Act also will says that we have to run the business, we will give the permission. Partnership Act of 1932 will says that, so if you are having the minimum 2 to 10 members, means you can easily run the banking business. If minimum is 2, maximum is 15 members will be joined, means during that time it will not be considered as a partnership business in case of the banking sector. So here the trend will be changed, the situation will be changed. So according to that only we have to do the business. During that time, if we face any 3 conditions, out of these 3 cases, any one case we are going to be faced, any one condition we are going to be facing, during that time it is compulsory we have to close the business. Here there is no option, there is no choice, we have to close the business without any choices. Compulsory we have to close this one. So this is the second case. Let's come to discuss about the third mode of business. Winding about the business means on the happenings of the happenings of certain contingencies. So this is the third modes of dissolution of partnership business. So here also some conditions will be there. A firm is dissolved in any of the ways or unless there is a contract between the partners of the company or contrary between the partner. So here a firm on the having certain contingencies, certain situations will be there that we didn't expect. Unfortunately, some situations will be there that will be arises into the business. Whenever these situations will be arises, these activities will be arises means during that time it is compulsory we have to wind up the business. So here also some of the situations will be there. The company has been compulsory closed. We have to close it. So another, the first case is by the expiry of fixed period. So it is the situation in which the company has been closed. When the company has been closed, after completion of the duration of agreement what they have to make as a partner, during that time it is a compulsory we have to close the company. When means if the completion of a fixed period. That means for example, so A, B, C, three members are the partners. They will fix a duration is 5 years. So still up to the 5 years, the business is run in a good manner without any conflicts, without any kind of uncertainties. During that time, the business has been closed. So that they didn't want to close the business. Whenever the agreement time what they are fixed that is completed means after completion of that period they will not be act as a partner and it is not an ethical manner that they are continue the business. They have to dissolve. They have to wind up the business. So this is the first case. Second one is a by the completion of partnership venture. Second one is by the completion of partnership venture. So the second situation is by the completion of partnership venture, and third one is a by the death of a partner. Death of a partner. And fourth point is by the adjudication. By the adjudication of a partner as a insolvent. So these are the four situations in the case number 3. So in the third mode, if any partner has facing out of these 4 points, any one point they are going to face means during that time they have to close the company. So first point will say that by the expiry of fixed period, whenever the partnership duration agreement has been completed, after that we have to close the business. Second point is by completion of partnership venture they are given. So here whenever the partners make a contract with some other company, so after completion of that contract it is compulsory that a company is going to be dissolved. For example, so yours and ours relationship as a student and lecturer in our institution, the duration is how many years? 2 years. So if people have to, if your students are admitted in our college as a commerce student, in the first year you should be considered as a first PUC students. After that, second year we have to promote it, means you will be converted as a senior students. So after completion of your examination, once the examination will be completed, means our relationship will be break up in this institution. We have to meet in somewhere, we have to gather, we have to discuss, and we have to talk the other matters and all. But even though we are not seated in a particular room and I am not ready to give a lecturing and you are not listening to your lecturing, because our duration 2 years what we have to make, that will be completed. In case of the partnership firm also, whenever the partners will make a contract with some other company to complete a particular project, the different persons will be gathered. They will be added as a, they will make as an agreement, they will be act as a owners, they will be converted as a partners. After completion of that project, if the partners willing to continue the business with, they can make another contract, you can dissolve this business and you have to merge as a part of it some other business. But already which business we are going to be conducted, in that business we have to terminate it, we have to close it, we have to wind up. This is the second situation. Another one is a, if by the death of a partner, this is also a unexpected event. Death will not give any invitation to anyone. It will come automatically. It will not be invite any other new person. It will come naturally. So that also a contingencies. We won't expect that in future what will happen. If any partners will be died by the death of the partners, during that time the company has been dissolved. Another one is a, by the adjudication of a partner as an insolvent. If a partner has doing unethical activities into the business, if for that activities he will become insolvent. Which are those adjudication activities? If the partner has misutilized the business property in the gambling, if the partner has misutilized the business property by giving the betting and all, by doing betting, or by his playing in horse race or card games, whatever it may be, he has doing some kind of illegal activities. After the doing that activity, he will become insolvent. So he won't have the capacity to repay the business debt as well as the outside debt. During that time, that also unexpected. So gambling means it is unexpected. It is a wrong way. Sometimes we have to win, sometimes we have to lose. Whenever we have to win, it's not a matter. Whenever we are going to lose, during that time, we won't lose. We won't have that capacity. Automatically, our image will be reduced. Once the image will be reduced, means the person is equal to the death person. So the company is going to be closed in this situation. If the partner has to face it in the third moment, after that any four out of this four, any one conditions will be applied, any one situation will be caused, means automatically this business is going to be wind up. So this is the one of the another modes of the resolution of a business. And the fourth mode is dissolution by notice. Dissolution by notice. Dissolution by notice. So here, dissolution by notice means when a partnership at will, when the partnership at will, W-I-L-L, at will, comma, the firm may dissolve, the firm may dissolve, the firm may dissolve at any time, by any partner, giving notice in writing other partners, all the other partners of his intention to dissolve the firm, So this is the fourth situation, fourth mode which a company has been dissolved by dissolution by notice. Here notice is nothing but we have to giving some kind of a letter to the particular person. When this activity will be arises mean, so notice will not be compulsory in some other business. If while we have to enter into the partnership business, during that time we will make a partnership deed, partnership agreement in writing we are going to be write. During that time, in which type of partnership you are willing to join, whether we have to be in the joining as a general partnership or whether you have to willing to join as a partnership at will. If a partner has been joined as a general partnership means he won't say you any notice to anyone. There is not essential to inform to their other partners for their dissolution purpose. But if it is a partnership at will, if he is making an agreement in partnership at will means during that time a partner compulsorily he has to give a notice in writing to remaining partners, all other partners, why the partner is going to dissolve in the business. What is the intention? What are the reasons why the partner has taken as a dissolved in their business? That everything he has to write in a letter and he has to type in a letter and that letter has been sent to all the partners. After that, the partner company is going to be dissolved. The partnership will going to be dissolved. If the partnership at will, but he won't give any notice to anyone, means it is a chances to make a sue against that person to other persons because they have a right. He didn't mention anything. He didn't inform to any other person. So during that time, it is a chances to make a sue against that person. So to escape that one, to save that one, he has to get relaxation in that sue means if it is a partnership but will means it is a compulsory that a person has to give a notice to other person. In that notice he has to mention the causes, the reasons of dissolution of the business. So that is also one of the important four mode of dissolution of partnership firm. And last and final is dissolution by court. So the fifth phase what we have to face is nothing but dissolution by court. So here we have discussed dissolution. The fifth point is dissolution by court. Dissolution by court. So at the sue of partners, the court may give order. When the court will be intervention means at the sue of partners, the court may enter or order, the court may order to dissolve the firm, at the sue of partner. So sue is nothing but SUIT is there. Just we have to use the word SU. SUI only have. He will give a silent here. So at the sue of partner, sue is nothing but the person has to make a case. In local language what we say. So I will make a case against to that person. the court will give an order to dissolve the firm. So which are the causes, which are the reasons, they are given in the one by one. Out of that, any one reason is sufficient to close the company, to wind up the company, to dissolve the company. So which is the reason is point number one. First reason is when a partner becomes incensed. Whenever a partner becomes incensed. Next, second point. So first I have to write the point. Later on we have to discuss each and every point. Second, when a partner becomes permanently incapable performing his duties as a partner. Next, point number 3. The other reason is that when a partner guilty to point number 3, when a partner guilty of misconduct affecting the business of the firm. Point number 4. When a partner commits willfully, or persistent breaches of agreement. Next point is when a business of the firm cannot be carried. When a business of the firm cannot be carried except losses. When a partner has 6 point. When a partner has transferred the whole interest in the firm to third party. When any of ground of court required dissolution, so these are the situations in which the court will interfere to close the company. So here, at the sue of a partner, the court may give the order to dissolve the company in any of the following reasons. any one reason is sufficient to close the company. Which are the reasons? Which are we have to know about the 6 reasons here. Out of this, any one reason is essential or sufficient to wind up the company. Which are the reasons? The first and foremost reason is when a partner become incensed. The term itself indicates incense. If a partner has proved that he is a bad character person, when a partner he is a partner means he should be equal to owner only. So as a owner, he won't cross his limits. He should be beyond their limits only. He should not be crossing his limit. So as a owner, I am not giving any torture to any other person. I am not doing a physical torture, mental torture as well as a sexual torture to anyone. If I am doing like this means I have a senseless person. I will become the reduces my image. If a partnership business is a partnership business also, when a partner becomes incensed, his character goes on reducer. He loses his character. He loses his attitude. He loses his twisted. He will act like a bitch during that time. It is the court will say that you should not act as a partner into the business. You have to terminate from the partnership business. The court itself give the order. So we have to obey that order. If a partner has become incensed, whenever you have to entering into the partnership firm as a partner, you have the responsibility, but you won't lose your responsibility. You have some right, but you have misused your right. When you are doing the illegal activities or misbehavior with some other person, during that time, the court will give the order. You have to close your business. This is the first case. Second reason is when a partner became permanently incapable as performing as a partner. As a partner, he has to involve all the activities of the business. He has to take a right decisions also. He has to suffer losses. During that time also he has to involve in the business. If the company will get more profit, in that also he has to involve in the business. But apart from that, a partner became permanently incapable. He never involved any business activities. He won't take any decision. He won't appoint any employee. He won't terminate any employee. He should not look after the profits and losses. Whatever it may be, the business will be occur. Just for namesake, he will be act as a partner. Means during that time, that partner will not be stay into the business because he is permanently incapable. He won't have the capacity to manage the business. The person they won't have the rights to do the business in such a manner. During that time, the court will say that you have to terminate your business. You have to close your business. This is the second reason. Third one is when a partner partner feels guilty of misconduct affecting the business of the firm. The partner itself feels that. So shame if the partner has doing some kind of illegal activity in the business. Again, it is not possible to enter into the business. He feels shame. He feels shy to doing the misbehavior with the employee. So for example, if the owner, the partner, he is the owner of the company, he has some rights. But even though he make a rape with some other person, during that time he feels shy. So unfortunately, his image will be reduced. What the activity he should be done, it will be feel guilty to that person. During that time, that person will not stay into the business. The court will say that you are doing such kind of a bad character person. If you are doing like this means you don't have the right to stay as a partner into the business. You are a thief. You have to come to the imprisonment. So for that sake, the court will say that you are not eligible to stay as a partner into the partnership business. And also when a partner commits willfully or persistent breaches of agreement. So sometimes the partner says that. So every person will have their own rules, own ethics. As a human beings, we are not take any other's life. Is it right? We are not doing any murders and all. While doing a murder means it is an offense. That we know that. Theft, it is an offense. We know that. By knowing everything, we are doing the same thing. During that time, whether it is ethical or unethical, 100% is unethical. When a partner commits willfully knowingly the partner has making the wrong things into the business or persistent breaches of agreement. Already he mentioned in the agreement only, as a partner you have this, you have such a responsibility, you have these rights only. But what will be there? He should be cross his limits. He should cross his responsibility. During that time, the court will say that you are not obeying the orders of the agreement. You are crossing your limits, so you are not right to stay as a partner into the business. Who will say here? The court of law will say here. So during that time also the partner will not be act as a owner. And also when the business of the firm cannot carry accepted losses, in that business always they will show losses in the balance sheet. Whenever after starting the business, it is compulsory we have to make a file of income tax. In that we have to pay the tax also. When the tax is we are not paying, if the business will incur losses, 1 year loss, that is acceptable. 2 years loss is acceptable, but always continuously 10 years we are showing losses. The court will say that, see man, no need to run the business in losses. If you have an income, then only you have to run the business. If you are incurring losses, you have to terminate the business. Like that, the court will say that. So here also, when the business incurring continuously losses, during that time also the business will not going to be continued. So the court will say that you have to close your business. The court will pass an order. And also last and sixth mode they are given, when a partner has transferred the whole interest into the firm to the third party. If a partner has shifted his interest to another person. So if the partner means his interest always we say focus on profit, but unfortunately instead of profit his interest will be on girls, on ladies or lady employees or outsiders or some other activities he should be involved with, that will be illegal to the business. During that time the court will say that you interested in such field means you have to move that field. No need to stay as a partner into the partnership firm. The court itself will make an order, give the order, and we have to obey that order. So during that time we have to close the company. Out of this, any one reason is essentially sufficient to close the company. So to wind up the company, these are the 5 modes with which a business has been closed. So entirely I have to explain all the points, and if you have any doubts related to this means you have to ask me, and in my personal number only. Whenever you need a doubt means you have to arise a doubt means you have to call me, I will solve your doubt. So I think the people have been understood this one. All the 5 modes and for based on agreement will be there, based on the tenure will be there, and also so according to the situation, resolution by court, resolution by notice. So everything we have to mention here, and certain contingencies also arises. So everywhere we have to discuss it deeply also. So if anything will be doubt means you can call me, I will be approach you what the doubt you will be having. So thank you everyone.